Hey everybody, how you doing today? My name is David Kurz of Kurz Real Estate. We're here for the Kurz K Real Estate Show. I'm calling it the K Real Estate Show now.
I like that.
You like that?
I like it.
I needed to call it something completely different so I could stop saying radio.
Just don't repeat it 3 times in a row.
K Real Estate Show, K Real Estate Show, K Real Estate Show.
No, without the reason. That'd be horrible.
The K. All right? Okay. All right. So the topic today, we're going to talk about some cool news that's happening in Miami in the real estate industry. We're going to be talking about all kinds of cool things, everything from a castle for sale down to the new soccer stadium that's coming to Miami or to the Miami area. We are Kurz Real Estate. We're located at 3692 Grand Avenue. We're here in Miami, Florida. We service Miami and Miami-Dade, and Broward counties, and the Keys as well. Believe it or not, we have a couple of listings that have recently closed in the Keys, and we've got 80-something agents for you guys to choose from. We're happy to help. You can find us at www. Nobody says that anymore, right? Nope. KurzRE.com. That's KurzRE.com. Or you can give us a call at 786-529-5273. Again, 786-529-5273. Now, I know you're wondering, where did he get that awesome hat, right? I'm really excited about my hat. It's got like a whole 3D puff.
I mean, I was thinking
completely pumped out.
I was thinking it.
All you got to do is go to KurzGear.com. That's right. We have an entire line of clothing. So check it out. Brand, advertise, get out there and get it done. Today I'm sitting here with Jennyffer. Hi. Eric. And we brought on Hans from PRMG, who is one of our amazing sponsors. You can also check out KurzMagazine.com. In KurzMagazine.com, you'll find out what our newest listings are. And you'll see some great lifestyle information in there and links to different places that are important, such as blogs about communities, activities, news articles, and PRMG. Now, let's give a huge shout out to our newest agents. Who are they?
New agents. All right, we have Raul Gonzalez.
What's up, Raul? Welcome to the team.
We have Pamela Arias. I know that one. And Christine Lynn. Congratulations, guys, and welcome aboard.
Welcome to the family. We got one more.
Well, get ready.
Christine Perez as well. So
Christine Perez.
Christine Perez as well. And our sponsors.
So, K Show is sponsored by New World Title with Rudy, Bridget, and the Title Girls. They have over 14 locations. You can check them out at newworldtitle.com. That's NUWorldtitle.com. And their phone number is 305-537-4906. It's also brought to you by PRMG, Primary Residential Mortgage Group, with the Mortgage Chicks. You can reach Lourdes from the Mortgage Chicks at 704-654-5378. That's 704-654-5378. And last but not least, Max Home Inspections. Max Home Inspections has various programs for you guys, including a warranty, and you can check them out at Max Home Inspections
With the S.
.com, and their phone number is 954-947-8391.
So I'm sharing the show, and I'd appreciate if you guys go to @Kurz Real Estate on Facebook and share our show as well. Help us get as many views as possible. I love going viral on social media, so if you could just get that going for me, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And if somebody could text all the rest of the agents in the company and let them know that they should share the show, I'd appreciate
Jen got
it.
it. Jen got
Awesome.
it.
So that's how our communication works. We do things while we're live with you. It's the craziest, stupidest shit ever. So this week we're going to talk about experiences of the week, and I've decided to do something very special. I want to start from the center of the tables here.
You got burned, buddy. You got burned, buddy.
Oh, man.
You got set up for that one.
All right, no, I'm messing with you. So Jen, let's go. Your experience this week.
All right, my experience this week. So apparently there's a lot more Dominicans that I realized in Miami. I've made a couple like random phone calls, and every person I spoke to was Dominican.
Hey, que lo que?
Yeah.
Que lo
and
que.
The good thing for me is they're selling and they're also buying. So
Nice. It's a great community to be a part of.
I'm a very Dominican person right now, and I'm going to embrace my
Your roots?
Heritage.
Your roots.
I call them roots. Okay. All right.
It wasn't coming out.
Let's move on
This
from
is
Jen.
not
Let's
the
move on from
Spanglish
Jen.
word of the day.
No.
So,
Oh, man.
all right.
Which I might as well be muted.
And your experience this week?
My experience this week actually happened this morning. All right. So I've been working with a
See my
client
eyes.
for about a year and a half, and I'm talking about I've slaved for these people. I mean, personal stuff, you name it. I mean, things that no realtor. Huh?
They've used the whip and everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I thought we had a certain type of relationship where, you know, everything was kosher and everything was great. But I come to find out that I've been busting my butt trying to sell this property that's very difficult to sell. They had another property that they were going to sell, and they were going to list with me, and they were also going to go and purchase at the same time. So I was resolving a bunch of issues for them. And come to find out, one of the two people in the relationship was actually in Miami locally and was hanging out with another realtor at an event and decided to dish out that listing to that realtor. And not only that, also is giving the purchase, his new purchase, which happens to be pre-construction, to that realtor. And, you know, there was some words exchanged amongst each other because the other realtor knows who I was and my relationship with them. And the person was basically like, whatever, it is what it is. So, you know, always be careful with who you work with and always make sure to follow up on everything. And don't, you know, don't take things to heart either, because it's kicked me really straight in the gut. I was going to use another set of words that I can't use, but it's kicked me in the gut. And, you know, just bounce back, man. At the end of the day, you know, shame on them, you know. So that's it. Han, you have an experience, Han?
Well, yeah, actually I have. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I've had a really, really busy week, and it's been a really stressful week. And I've been complaining all week. But you know what? No matter how much I complain, I can always say, listen, stop, relax, stop drowning in a cup of water, turn around, and things are going to get better. Stop for 1 second, and you take a breath, and you realize that certainly all the things that are happening around you are not really that important. As important as your health is and your well-being is and your mindset is. Because at the end of the day, your mindset, if your mindset's not there, then you're not there at all, and you can resolve the issues that are essentially stressing you out. So I've learned this week how to take a step back and say, the one that can get stressed is me, so I'm not going to let this get stressed to me. So you know what? It's a big, big learning step in my life because I let everything get to me, and I let everything stress me out. So that's a huge accomplishment on my part. So I'm super proud of myself, and I'm patting myself in the back for that one.
That's a big
Good for
deal
you,
because
man.
that can trickle down to future.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I wanted to drop one last thing about my situation was the realtor.
It's stirring in them.
No, I actually wanted to give props to the realtor who reached out to me and actually went out of their way to let me know, hey, this is what's going on. You know, I want you guys to know what's going on just so everybody's on the same page. I like you guys a lot, and I think, you know, it's not the greatest situation, but I just wanted to let you guys know so everybody's on the same page. So thumbs up to you if you're watching.
Yeah, you're awesome.
He's
All right.
holding a grudge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's
Oh,
really
yeah.
holding a grudge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, buddy.
So,
Metal guy, but you're like,
I'm angry. I'm not green, but I'm angry.
you're the Hulk right
that's why he's wearing green.
This is not green.
It's Aqua.
Is it?
You're Aquaman.
It's
And what
fusion.
color
All
is
right,
this?
so
No, it's not fusion.
what color is that?
Aqua.
Is it Aqua?
Aqua.
Is it
There
Aqua?
you
So
go.
everybody's colorblind here.
Aquaman.
Yes.
Aqua.
It's black. Don't worry. It's
Yeah.
black.
Who likes the black stuff?
All dark colors are black to Eric.
Yeah,
I
it's
could see
okay.
him.
He couldn't find
It's
my
Aqua.
car.
Only girls come up with other colors.
I
It's
call
just
it
blue
ocean,
green.
ocean water color.
So it's like purple. It's not purple. It's fusion.
Not you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fusion.
It's purple.
Anyway, my experience this week was the first week of K coaching. I have once again realized how exhausting it is to do multiple meetings and classes and appointments all week long. But I'm very thankful for the class that we have. It's been a great experience thus far. We've got some repeat agents that are doing it again, and then we've got a lot of new agents that have joined in the last 3 months that are participating and taking their business to the next level. We already have 2 contracts on the board, and we just started on Monday. So it's been pretty amazing to see these agents come in and embrace what's going on here and embrace the action that is required to, I guess, really develop your own business here, at Kurz Real Estate. So kudos to you guys for being a part of this coaching. And I promise you I'll do my very best to make sure that your business grows. I mean, that's my experience this week. It's a really good experience. As exhausting as it is, it's so rewarding that you go to sleep at night at peace and you wake up in the morning exciting to go hustle up and do it again, So it's been really cool because, Monday we had the K coaching. Tuesday was a busy day. Wednesday we had our office meeting. Big shout out to our 4 winners that morning. We had Sandra Matrakis, who picked up the award for highest listing volume by dollar amount. We had Georgia Sal that picked up the award for highest listing volume by unit count. We had Carmen Llanos that picked up the award for highest closed sales volume. And then who was our last one? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, who was our last one? I can't remember.
What was our last one?
Who was our last one? I can't remember.
It was Carmen, George,
It was Carmen,
Sandra.
George, Sandra, and who?
Was it Denora?
No. It was. It was Claudia Vargas.
Claudia Vargas.
So Claudia Vargas for highest closed volume by unit count. She had closed 4 deals last month, and she's got a bunch coming up this month. So kudos to Claudia for hustling up, doing what needs to be done, man. You're doing a great job. You're on fire. So awesome, man. Thanks for jumping on board and doing that. I guess another experience that I had this week is I received the first version or first edit of my new book that's coming out next month. And I realized how much work goes into this. So like, on top of everything that's going on, now I have to sit there and kind of like really analyze every sentence, and it's not like, this is proofreading. It's not like you just read the book and you're like, oh, great. Like I'm finding a million mistakes in the first edit, and things that I read and I'm like, man, it doesn't make sense anymore, So now you're like, you're deleting whole paragraphs and rewriting them, So it's become a task. But let me tell you, something that's kind of like beating me up, and I'm thankful for. You know what I mean? It's like being in a ring with Mike Tyson, getting punched in the face, walking away with millions. Hey, Lou, You need
facial reconstruction after that.
I got in the ring with Mike Tyson, but I walked away with millions.
Which, listen, if that next book's coming out, I mean, that means I just got to read the first one already, because I'm going to fall freaking far behind.
Yeah.
It's going to be horrible. I hate reading.
She read it for you.
She read the first one.
Yeah, a couple.
So you weren't listening?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. The whole time.
He was going to sleep with that book.
Oh, really?
I heard everything. Rudy was there. Dave was there. I was there. A few others. Everybody was there.
Aren't the usual suspects, though?
Huh?
Those are the usual suspects. That's not fair, though.
That's not fair.
You're on my side of the table.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right, so
Literally.
You ruined it. All right. All right, so I want to get into some cool Miami news. Let's talk about this real quick. I picked the first 2 topics based on the idea that Miami has significantly had a lot of, I guess, talk and rumors running around about how the market's slowing down and how people aren't buying and developers aren't building and developer units aren't selling and blah, 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 blah. Last night, Brickell Heights opened up, had a big, huge party. It was their launch party, officially opened doors, people moving in, Units are closing, a few developer units left. Brickell City Center is selling. It's doing great. The mall is amazing.
Mall is beautiful.
There's so many things coming up. And then every other day you're hearing about an announced project that's continuing to come. So as many developers have pulled away and slowed down, other developers are coming in and saying, no, man, Miami's a hot market and I'm coming in, right? So ASRR Capital and 2 other Asian investors are planning a 1.7 million square foot residential retail office complex in the Miami Arts and Entertainment District, right? So these are guys that are based out of Tel Aviv. They're an Israeli investment company, and they're coming here and they just pick up properties, right? So they picked up this property for $33 million, 8 parcels. They picked up 8 parcels, $33 million, and they're planning 1.7 million square feet of retail, residential, like the whole nine. And it's in the Arts and Entertainment District, guys. Like, this is, This is close to.
That's a lot of space. I wonder if that's like trying to do.
It's
like
two massive towers.
Yeah.
It's 2 towers, right? They're massive, man. And three partners have invested $36 million on the property already. It's a huge deal. It's right on between 17th Terrace and 18th Street, Northeast 2nd Avenue and Northeast 2nd Court, right? So we're talking close to Wynwood and all these places out there. You know what I mean? And this is great news.
I wonder how they're getting that 40-story up there. They have a height restriction out there to like 35 or 30 stories.
It's going to be done.
That's nice.
I mean, these guys are out of control. And then they turn around, and ASSR, look, I got another one. Hold on. ASSR Capital teams up with Israeli partners to buy a Surfside site for $8.8 million. So on top of this, they're picking up a site in Surfside for $8.8 million, right? Now, you're in Surfside. The beach is pretty full already.
Yeah.
So you're inner beach, right? Maybe they get water views, maybe they don't, or maybe they just get views of the waterfront buildings, right? Because they're going to be in the way. But at the end of the day, they're picking up this site for $8.8 million, and they're buying. It's 28,000 square foot lot on 88th and College.
Yeah.
Surfside. So let's talk about Mid Beach for a minute. Like Mid Beach is
It's gonna be popping, man.
it's getting very much. It's getting very sophisticated. It's changing. Right, you have Faina House over there. You got all these other places over there. What is it?
87 Park.
87 Park. You got all these other great spots over there. Now Mid Beach is completely changing. Where Mid Beach used to be the kind of part of town, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, and South Beach was a place to go. Mid Beach was where the old people lived. You know what I mean? Like let's face
Yeah.
it.
There's
You know,
a lot
and
of
there were
old buildings.
The tiny studio apartments on the 2-story buildings where all the old folks hung out together until they all died, and then the
seniors,
next
David, the
old folks
seniors.
came in and did the same thing. I know, I'm completely politically incorrect. So, so I think this is crazy impressive. This is Miami moving, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're not talking about a $200,000 property here. We're talking about
Large development. commercial
33
space,
million over
everything,
here,
yeah.
8.8 million over there. Like it's consistent, Turn it around. The Beckham deal gets approved by Miami-Dade. I think it was a 9-4
Finally
vote,
won.
right?
What?
So we finally have. So here we go. On Tuesday, Miami-Dade Commission voted 9-4, like I said, to sell nearly 3 acres in Overtown to Miami Beckham United to complete an assemblage that also includes 6 privately owned acres. The group paid $19 million for last year. So this is like they've already picked up a piece of the pie. And they were waiting on Miami-Dade to just give up that other property already and just say, hey, guys, like, can I bring soccer to the one city in the entire country that engulfs every country that loves soccer?
Which
Yeah.
the
You know what I mean?
original
Like, think about it.
It makes total sense. And you know what? Not only that's going to make a great deal for Miami, but you know what? That's going to bring the soccer leagues. That's going to just open it up.
It's going to bring so much more. And that's why Miami is just, it's nonstop. Like, these are large, these are huge deals in Miami.
And this
Think
was
about
originally supposed to be on the water. And I thought it was a bad thing that they weren't going to let it be on the water. But now on the bright side, since they brought it more inland, now you got Overtown, Alapata, Little Havana, all of those places
All
are going to
those
start getting
areas are
developed
gonna
like
change,
crazy.
Yeah, of course they're going to get developed. And so there's an argument about that. And the argument is, well, we thought the same thing with Marlin Stadium. But this is different,
Yeah,
guys.
that's a
This
different
is
animal.
soccer, man.
This is worldwide, man.
Like, the England group is going to come. The Argentinian group is going to come. The African group is going to come. All of South America, all of Central America, all these guys are getting paid top dollar to play soccer in the national or international soccer league, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the World Cup being played here one day?
hell yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I start to think to myself, all that money comes to visit Miami. Then they go out and party in Miami, just like everybody else. It's like every basketball player that comes to Miami, every rapper that comes to Miami, every major baseball player that comes to Miami that wants to live in a town that's full of the stuff that we offer. They're going to pick up property here, man.
Yep.
Right.
So, guys, you better get out there and start making friends with some soccer league people, because I'm telling you right now, it's coming, and nothing's going to hold it back. And when these games start to get played here, you're going to have people from South America, Central America, and Europe flying in to see a game.
You know what's cool about
Very
that project?
different fan base,
Yeah, completely. And,
right?
yo, the
There's
biggest
no one
fanatics in the
flying
world
here from
are
Mexico
those
to
guys.
see baseball.
Yeah, no
Okay?
way.
There's no one
These guys
doing
are
that.
diehard.
There's no one doing that. But I guarantee you that if there's a major team playing another major team, the other team that's from out of town,
Oh yeah.
they're going to have people that fly in to see that game.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like I compared, if you're going to compare it to anything in baseball, I would compare it to the Yankees playing the Red Sox. When the Yankees play the Red Sox in New York, people from Chicago, right, or Boston, I'm sorry, come to New York to see the game. Vice versa. When the Yankees are in Boston, New Yorkers go to Boston to see the game. Like, if you can afford to go, you go, because that's the rivalry,
Right.
you know? I foresee Mexicans, Argentinians, Brazilians, like all these,
All the Euros.
yeah,
Chileans.
Colombians, Chileans, all these people
Yeah.
coming to Miami for these major impact games, you know?
And let me add something to that. Let's be honest. Outside of the United States, soccer is
The
The sport.
one
No, no,
sport
it is.
in the world.
But listen, it is the worldwide sport.
Exactly.
Like, period. There are so many sports in this world. Baseball is nationally known in America. It's
The
known in
Caribbean.
South America. It's known in the Caribbean. It's known in Japan. Baseball is the number one
Yeah,
sport in
it's
Japan.
big in Japan.
You know, but it's not a worldwide sport. Like, there is no worldwide baseball league.
You know,
Right.
but
You know,
even
like
with
the
that,
Yankees don't play China.
yeah, but even with that, I'll tell you, baseball not too long ago. I think it was last year or the beginning. I can't remember when it was because I didn't go. But they had the what is it, international or whatever baseball league. Like, they came here. I think it was Puerto Rico versus
Oh, yeah, yeah, I
Dominican
saw that.
Republic. The
Oh, the World
Marlins
Classics.
Stadium,
The World
yeah,
Classics.
the Marlins Stadium got full.
Yeah. Oh,
Complete?
Ladies and
Please?
gentlemen,
Don't
Marlins
forget.
Stadium has never been sold out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Ever.
But when the Marlins play, that stadium is not sold out. As a matter of fact, you can get the cheap tickets and be as close as possible. It's unfortunate. It is what it is.
And it's a
The
beautiful
Marlins
stadium.
have not
It is.
been around the way maybe the Yankees have been
Yeah.
around. Yankees get sold out on a Tuesday
Red
night.
Sox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And even if it's the Red Sox, like the Red Sox get sold out on a Tuesday night. Why? Because there's 100 years of tradition there. You know what I mean? It's a very different thing when you grow up as a little boy being raised as a Yankee fan. I was raised a Yankee fan. You know, I was started off being raised as a Mets fan, and then I was like, no, Dad, that's not happening, right? So, and we just lived entirely too close to Yankee Stadium for me to be a Mets fan, you know? So I was playing on logistics here. So, but the point is that this is like hundreds of years
Yeah.
of ingrainment, generation after generation. Like, grandpa's wearing the Yankee hat, dad's wearing the Yankee hat, mom's wearing the Yankee hat, sister, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's in on it.
It's a tradition.
And it becomes such a strong tradition throughout. And so you turn that around, you bring it to soccer. Soccer's been around for how long
Oh,
worldwide?
crazy.
Oof, right?
Yeah.
You know, there is no more
We're talking.
fan. The word fan stands for fanatic.
Yeah.
There is no bigger
Yeah, there
fanatic
isn't.
than a soccer
Yo,
fanatic.
these guys, the referees make a bad call. The fans go to the field, carry him out, and beat the crap out of him outside.
It's
dude.
bad, man.
It's
It's
crazy.
really
You know
bad.
what's
We're
more
talking
cool?
about top-notch superstar. Also, we're talking about. I mean, everybody knows who Ronaldo. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about. The one that the
Ronaldo,
girls love.
Messi,
Ah!
Messi, Neymar Jr. I mean, all these guys know. We know all these guys from the World Cup. Now, imagine them playing in our own backyard.
Oh, I'd go to a
Come
game and I'm
on.
not a soccer fan.
You want to hear something crazy about
Exactly.
that stadium? That stadium, they're not making parking for it. How crazy is that? Because they're trying to push that public transportation, so there's not going to be any parking on site. So basically, it's going to be the metro, since it's going to be expanded.
That's
I'm
Uber,
gonna be
everything.
I'm gonna be an Uber
Yeah.
when they have a game.
Not me. I'm going to buy a
game there.
cheap ass house right across the street from it and I'm going to charge parking. What?
Those houses ain't cheap no more, brother. After this, Those houses
I'm going
are
to knock
crazy.
down the house and just have a grass lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Charge people.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, no
50
ladies
pesos. 50 pesos. Estoy a cruzar la calle.
Oh my
That's
God,
all you
that's
gotta do.
awesome.
Pay no lady with a flag, and she just goes like that.
That's
Hands on the
right,
flag
bro.
around. Hey,
With those
Right
little
here.
gas station visors.
wait a minute.
All right, moving
Dude,
forward.
it says wait. It says that soccer was being played. There's like evidence of it in China during the 2nd and 3rd centuries BC.
BC.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is old school, man.
bro. That's not even old
Well,
school.
Mayans-
That's like
Go
old.
back in
That's
history.
before Christ,
The
bro.
Mayans
Everybody
used to
out there.
play a variance of soccer. If you really
Yeah.
think about it, back in the day, the Mayans used to sacrifice people, and they used to. I'm gonna be gross now.
Oh my
Cut
gosh!
people's
no,
heads off and play soccer with people's heads.
Yes.
Yeah, I was
That is
gonna say,
awesome.
where did they get
Just
the ball
back in
from?
history and look at the
I'm gonna
mind
be
tradition.
honest
Hey,
with you,
what if
bro.
you're in the stands and the head just flies at you? You know, what do you do? What do you do? You throw it back in?
Throw it back in, yeah. Hey guys,
I'm a history buff. I'm a history buff when it comes to stuff like
crazy.
that.
I mean, they don't have another one. It's not like baseball where you lose the
Oh,
ball.
they lose the ball, yeah, everybody freaks out because they're going to go for another head.
King's like, hey, you, sorry, bro, we lost the head. Come on, lay down. That's
They have them- they have
that's the
them
only
lined up.
place that you don't want front row tickets, bro.
No. Everybody's thinking the nose.
No floor seats, man. Oh, my
Who
God.
wants the 50-yard line, no?
Yeah, no,
Not me.
no, man.
Not me.
All right, bro. Moving on. Related closes. The Related Group, right? They're building Hyde Beach House in Hollywood.
Nice.
They just closed on a $115 million construction loan for the project. Again, evidence that things are moving.
Yeah,
it is
now
impossible for a developer to get a construction loan without evidence that they're selling the units, right? They actually have to come with a portfolio and say, listen, we have 100 units for sale. We have 50 of them under contract with 20% deposits down. This is what we have. This is the escrow. This is the title company. This is who we're using. Blah, 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 blah. And then they have to present this portfolio to the bank for a $115 million construction loan, right? That means the units are selling. And we're not even talking about Brickell. We're not talking about Miami Beach. We're talking about Hollywood, guys.
Hollywood and Lauderdale. You guys better be careful with that place. That place is, they're on their way.
We were talking about that last Thursday after the show. After you did the show, we sat down and we talked about it. That Miami's getting so engulfed that it's gonna start spilling to other neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And as I'm raised Miamian, I can tell you that I hear neighborhoods like Alapata, Little Haiti, and all these neighborhoods that's coming up, and you're like, no, I grew up on staying away from those neighborhoods.
Definitely.
But now you gotta switch that mentality around and say, well, you really gotta look at what's going on, and Miami is developing itself into a major New York status type city.
It is. Now, if you want to get further into the public transportation and all that, you have to look at what the Metro's doing. The Metro's really moving forward. So they're going into Overtown. They're going into Midtown.
Kendall.
They're talking about Kendall, but
Going
they're
westbound.
facing the beach first. Like, about time
They're trying to even
that
extend their
there's a
Homestead.
Metro that goes to the beach. Come on, dude. You know what I mean? Like, how long did it take to think, my gosh, maybe we should get the tourists over to the other side of the bay. You know what I mean? Like, think about this. Now tourists can go to the beach. They can do what they want to do on the beach because, let's face it, if you're from out of Miami, the one place you're going to is South Beach, right? So you go to South Beach, you're hanging out, but then there's evidence that there's other things to do. The Frost Science Museum, Bayside, AAA Arena, or the
Brickell City
AA
Center.
Arena, Brickell City Center, World Center Miami when it opens up, Paramount, and the Marlin Stadium, basketball games, the soccer stadium, Wynwood, Midtown. I could keep going on and on and on with things that can.
I
that
heard
are
Six
actual-
Flags might be coming, so I gotta look into that. I'm excited. I'm
There's
like, I hope
that,
that's
like-
the case.
And that's been in the works for a long time, and it's it would make sense, right? That is what we are turning into. We are turning into that major metropolitan city that will require mass transportation.
They're spreading it into 6 districts, man.
Okay, now
That's crazy.
and on top of that, we've talked about this in the last week and the week before, I think, where Little Havana has authorized buildings to go up without parking. They've authorized it, right? Apartment buildings, condo buildings, whatever it is, with no parking. Why? Because of walkability, because of mass transportation, because of things like Uber. I don't drive anymore. I don't have a car. I Uber everywhere.
They
Right?
got water
I think
taxis,
I think
bro.
last
It's
month
crazy. Taxis.
my Uber cost was like $200. This month it'll be less because I've been catching rides with my daughter and my wife. Like, they both live with me and they both come to the same place. So if I'm catching rides, well, I don't need to pay for Uber either.
Exactly.
And so like I have an
Well,
appointment
you would
next
have had
week
to pay
in
for-
I have an
for
appointment
Uber
next
Pro.
week in Miramar. I'm catching an Uber. I get to sit in the back of the car. I chill. I'm gonna work.
You don't
I have my
stress it.
phone. I have my iPad. I don't stress. I'm not fighting traffic. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Michelle says, look at the growth of FIU. Look how much FIU has grown. Let's talk about that for a minute. Great point. They have school for doctors, the doctorate school, and they have the law school now. They have their medical school started out with 5 students. I remember looking into it and checking out like what they were doing. Started off with 5 students because they wanted to get it right. FIU is becoming an extreme strong competitor to the University of Miami, right? Maybe it doesn't have all the history and the this and the that and the football team and the blah, blah, blah that University of Miami has. When it comes to education level, FIU is peaking at topping you know? What else we got? So, Top Golf. So excited about this, guys. I really am. I got to talk about it. Top Golf is scheduled to open at the end of the year in Miami Gardens. They have just announced that they have $11.7 million property that they picked up close to Dolphin Mall. So Top Golf is coming to Doral as well. So we'll have one in Miami Gardens and we'll have one in Doral. If you guys don't know what Top Golf is, check it out. There's one in Vegas, and I think there's one in California, a couple other places. But this is a bougie driving range, if you want to call it that, right?
Awesome.
So you get to go and
It
hit
makes
balls
sense
like a
if
driving
Miami,
range, right? And they have different floors. So let's say it's 4 stories, right? And so on every story, there are people standing there, and it's open, and you're hitting your golf balls out to the field. And behind you, there's a whole couch set up like a VIP section. Tables, bottle service, food, everything you
They don't
need.
allow
So this
cigars
is,
here, do they?
yes, everything. It's open air, and it's
Bad
AC'd,
experience.
Oh, wow.
right? Oh, bad experience.
I was like, maybe I'll go golfing with him again now, because I don't go to outdoor golf places because Dave makes me drink and smoke a cigar every time. Last time, my wife
make
had to
him
pick
do
me up
anything.
because I couldn't drive. I
He
was so
does it
nauseous.
willingly.
I inhaled the tobacco
Does
smoke.
it willingly.
No good.
To the
How can he
defense of
make
the
you do
tobacco,
that?
you can inhale tobacco.
We'll do that while running after. All right, I hit everyone. That's it.
Dave does put his life in danger. I've heard stories.
Mm-hmm.
Whose life?
Yeah,
Mine,
with the
most of the
golf cart.
time.
With the
With the golf cart, yeah. All right, that's not fair. It's fun. It's a golf
You go to
cart,
YouTube,
guys.
there's enough golf
Like,
ball
seriously,
videos
you know?
to go around.
I mean,
So,
if you haven't
good.
tipped over a golf cart in a golf course, something's wrong with you, all right?
Oh, my gosh.
But this is going to be pretty cool. Right down the street from this, NBC Universal Telemundo is also building a $250 million headquarters, right?
It's about
So,
time because there weren't
oh, yeah,
a
listen.
little space like that.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
going to talk
know.
to them about doing my show
the
there.
row. The row, ladies and gentlemen.
They have
All
more
right,
room.
this is not really Miami news, but I wanted to talk about it because I felt like if I put it out to the universe, maybe I hit the Powerball next week and I could buy it for myself.
Ooh.
But this ultimate private island with 14 beaches is for sale. It's got a 1930s castle on it.
What?
Yes, it's so cool. We can show you
I
pictures.
swear to God, I
haunted?
dressed up. I
Guys,
got dressed up
you
like
gotta-
royalty in there.
You
Is
have
it
to Google
haunted?
this. There's a 1930s castle sitting in the middle of 554 lush acres, all lush like landscape. 14 beaches on the island, dock set up, the whole nine, like staff.
What was this castle
You
for?
guys, you guys got to see the video.
Who goes to 14 beaches?
This
I
guy
will.
would. This guy would. What are you talking
You saw
about?
the video.
I'm gonna have an ATV on there, and I'm like, oh, you know.
That's
Jen's gonna
awesome.
call me, but the
Are you
reception's gonna be bad because let's face it, it's an island in the
I can hear
Bahamas.
you. I can
You know,
We can't. You're breaking up.
we're
Call you
gonna
later.
we're gonna have walkie-talkies that work within 550 acres, right? So you'll be like, which beach are you at? You know, I'm gonna give all 14
Northwest
beaches
side.
a name, right?
Correct.
Yes. I'm at La Bonita Beach today. You know. But this is awesome. It's located, so it's a small island. Obviously, 554 acres is big, but when we talk islands, I guess it's a small island. It's located amongst a chain of 300 plus islands in Exuma Cays. 94 miles from Nassau, which means that you could actually boat from Nassau to there, right? 250 miles from Miami. If you're going to boat that one, it should probably be a big boat. Just want to put it out. Don't be Gilligan. Highlights are spectacular, including 2 miles of ocean frontage, elevations as high as 87 feet, so hiking should be awesome, right? 14 beaches, and of course, its most distinct feature is the historic castle.
Which is haunted.
It's a 7,000 square
No.
foot. Yeah, don't put that
1930.
out there. Come on, I'm buying
She's
this
terrified
thing.
of ghosts, guys.
I'm buying this thing, all right? 7,000 square foot Baxter Castle is at the center of the island, was built in 1938 by Englishman Sir Baxter, who ruled this island before World War II. This guy was like,
This guy's awesome.
this guy was awesome, bro. He's like,
And he's
I
coming to
rule
kill-
this island, and no one can
I
tell me
named this in the
different.
name of Baxter. This is awesome.
It is now Baxter Island.
It has goats,
You know?
man. Cool.
So check this out. During Baxter's ownership, Big Darby Island was a working plantation with goats, cotton, palm oil, and fruits as its products. So it actually, like, he put the whole island to work.
Yeah.
He was like selling goods to the passing ships.
Gotta pay the mortgage.
You know?
Shit, mortgage.
Yeah, man. You know?
Yes.
Great mind thinks alike.
Yeah, highly focused.
It says that the castle's in great need of repair and can be rebuilt as a historical preservation discipline. Nevertheless, the Baxter Castle has a great development potential for future investor. So honestly, I would buy this. The island can also support, this is very cool because remember, it's a fairly big island. So it could support a 5,000 foot runway and features
Nice.
protected deep water harbors and caves like the
Mega
underwater
yachts.
caves and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
so it's got
Like,
like,
if you've never
I'm
done that,
almost
you
nervous
have
to
to.
go there.
Like, if
look
you're
at this.
okay,
Neighboring islands are owned by David Copperfield, Johnny Depp, Nicolas Cage. Like, come on. Hey, Johnny, I'm coming over, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jump on the boat and just go.
There's 300 islands
That's crazy.
nearby. That's
We'll
crazy.
take Hans to work for us. We're like, hey, Johnny, we're coming over. Hans, prepare the boats.
The plane, boss, the plane.
That'd be great, man.
Oh, my God. We'll call David Copperfield, but his island will disappear.
He'll disappear on us. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey.
Oh,
Those
the
that are
courthouse.
young out there, you guys are not.
All
gonna
right,
get
so the Miami courthouse getting a full reno,
Nice.
which I'm excited about
Nice.
because that courthouse is disgusting.
that. Yes.
All right, so I
Unfortunately,
know
we've
the
been there.
previous owner of the
Yeah.
Miami courthouse, and the previous owner of the Miami courthouse used to laugh because he would say that the AC system was so tricky in that building that the one floor would complain it was too hot and the other floor would complain it was too cold. He would fix the AC and then it would rotate. One would be too hot, the other one would be too cold. So he decided he was going to leave it the way it was, and the floor that was too cold, he bought everyone pashminas.
That's awesome.
So
Keep
finally,
it good this way.
Wynwood-based architecture and InDesign, MKDA, has been appointed to lead the $5 million plus renovation of the courthouse in downtown Miami. Excited about that. This one is the one that's located on 44 West Flagler. The building was acquired recently by New York-based real estate firm Beckham for $27.5 million. We should probably call that owner and see what's up with him.
Mhm.
All right, so
Definitely.
thanks for correcting.
No, because I was thinking about
Nobody heard you
Beckham.
because nobody can hear your mic. All right, so
Beckham and brick wall. I was like, what did he do?
So it's a mixed-use tower. They're going to get all kinds of cool stuff as far as facade, interior, signage, lobby, amenity spaces, the elevators in the lobbies, the corridors, everything's getting redone. So it should look really, really nice when it's completed, which is it's needed. With the way that Miami's changing and the architecture that's coming into Miami, you can't have this like old, disgusting, dilapidated building.
Hey, if you're gonna get locked up in style, right?
Huh?
If you're gonna get locked up in style.
That's right. You know, you gotta look pretty when you walk up in the courthouse.
You're gonna take
Yeah.
pictures. You don't want something bad. You gotta look good.
And then last but
Yeah,
not
well,
least, my favorite topic today, Birdman, Cash Money Brothers, or Cash Money Records, right?
Yes.
Cash Money Records? Yeah, okay.
Los
Cash
Hermanos.
Money, Goatee, Bald Guy, you know who I'm talking about, right? Lists his Miami Beach home for $20 million. So if you guys don't know this house was the one that was owned by Scott Storch, right? Scott Storch lost it in foreclosure. Then the owner of Rockstar Energy picked that one up, Rockstar Drinks,
Yep.
right? He picked that one up in foreclosure because Scott Storch couldn't pay his bills because he was messing with Timberland. Timberland put him out of business. So, hip-hop. So, so he picked this up for a great price. I think he picked it up for like, I think it was $9 million or something. And then Birdman came and bought it for like $11 million. Rockstar guy left that house to buy a $20 million house somewhere else.
Mhm.
So now Birdman wants out of the house. I know Birdman's been under a lot of scrutiny lately. He's being sued by a few people, including Lil Wayne. If you don't know who Birdman is, maybe you know some of the people that he's helped encompass in the business. Lil Wayne, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tigger, and more. So a lot of stuff going on in Miami Beach.
The house has
This
gold
house
toilets.
is $20 million. If you are interested in this house, please call me at 786-529-5273. I'd be happy to show you the house. I'd be happy to show you the house.
Gold
And
toilets.
so,
Gold toilets, dog.
gold toilets.
Hey, he's
Get
gotta
gold
work
toilets.
towards the castle, guys. Come on. we gotta
Crazy.
help
He's
him.
got a great. It's a really nice home. It has a
It's
really
the
nice
largest.
facade. If you see the facade, one thing special about this house that but one thing special about this house that not a lot of people know is that it was built prior to the changes in Miami Beach construction. So what happened was the house takes up the majority of the lot, right? Now you can't do that anymore in Miami Beach. Now they want some lot space. They want some separation between the houses. So this house is as big as you can possibly go on that size lot.
Yeah, it's the largest on the island.
Yeah, it's one of the largest. Or is it the largest?
It's the largest one on the island.
Largest on the island. So, and we're talking Palm Island here, and so it's a good deal for whoever's going to buy it because there is no bigger house can be built. Like you can't go buy a beat up house on the water and break it down and build something grander than this. This is as grand as it gets without sacrificing, I guess, front and back, because in the side there's nothing. I think you actually have to walk through the house to get to the backyard. There's no walk around, right? But it has, I think, a 6-car garage. So that it's 2 3-car garages, one on each side. You drive in between them to get to. I remember when Scott Storch used to own the house, I would pass by there to check it out, right? And Scott Storch had this habit of parking all of his cars, all of his luxury cars, in front of the house. They were all spotless all the time. And so when you drove by, it was like this car show in front of the house, which is beautiful, you know. And that's why he's broke.
Yeah.
But and then the pool is gorgeous. Of course, it's the back of the house is right on the water, and it's what faces the causeway as well as the cruise ships and everything else. At night, it's a beautiful view, especially with the cruise ships there. You see downtown at the distance. So $20 million for that house, guys. Again, you could visit us at kurzre.com. You can find it on there if you want to look for it. You can give us a call at 786-529-5273 if you're looking to buy, sell a property, or you'd like to join our family. Give us a call, 786-529-5273. You can contact me at jointhemovement@kurzre.com. That's jointhemovement@kurzre.com. You guys got any final words before we break out into charities?
Nope.
No? No? What time is it?
It's 4:45.
Wow, we did really good today. So, visit our website at kurzre.com. We didn't even turn on the lights today, so this is our natural glow. This is what we really look like, right? Turn on the lights so they can see what we really
And
look
Ari
like.
fixed them and everything.
So, yeah, turn on the lights so they can see what we look like. Like, I'm wearing a hat, so I basically, like, you can't see me, you know?
Hey.
And then, all right, so visit our website, kurzre.com. That's KURZRE.com. You're going to find all kinds of great information on there as far as listings all over Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Keys. You're going to find our listings within the office. You can meet any of our agents. They're all listed on there. You can visit our books page. You can see my last book and maybe get a preview of my future book. And you can check out our charities, which is the most important, near and dear to our hearts. We are big supporters of the Veterans Association of Real Estate Professionals, the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. If you're a real estate professional, mortgage, real estate, whatever it is that you are, you support real estate in some way, visit NAHREP, that's NAHREP, southflorida.com, and join. It's $49 a year. It's ridiculous not to be a part of such a great organization. The Children's Cancer Caring Center, and of course, the Boys and Girls Club of America. We also have our Hometown Heroes program. If you're a veteran, firefighter, police officer, or a teacher, we want to help you get into a home or out of a home. And the way we help you is we ensure the best possible situation for you by giving you cash back at closing in the form of a credit in the final HUD. So when you close on your home, you'll have less money to come out of pocket for it. This is how we can help you. Please give us a call at 786-529-5273 and let us help you with your future endeavors. Whether it's buying a home or selling a home, we have the right agent for you. If you're a real estate professional and you're interested in joining us, again, email me, jointhemovement@kurzre.com. We're doing K-coaching right now. Our next session is Monday. We're doing it every single Monday and Thursday for the rest of the month, okay? So we're here for you. We want to coach you. We want to train you, and we want to build your business. Our mission as Kurz Real Estate Agents is to build a better agent, a more ethical agent, and so that we can contribute and create a better community of real estate professionals. Now for my final thought. Today, my final thought is going to go into, Hey. All right. So now for my final thought. My final thought is going to go into the mindset of loyalty. Because of what happened today and the mindset that came out of it, I don't get very emotional about these things anymore because it's happened so many times. I've been doing this for a long time. So it's almost like if you punch, like, you know, in karate, you punch the board hard enough, you don't feel it as much as you did the first few times. Your knuckles get stronger. You get the calluses, you know?
Yes.
And so what happens is that I need a minute to digest things sometimes, and I think about it. Well, what's the difference between loyalty and business loyalty? Well, in business, there is no loyalty. The truth is that in business, everything needs to put ink to paper. So if I can give you my final thought of the day, my final thought is ensure that every single deal you do in business is inked on paper. I don't care if it's in the future or if it's in the past. You're thinking to yourself right now, well, I don't want to send them the listing agreement because they're not exactly ready right now. Screw that. Send them the listing agreement. Don't put any dates on it. Get some signatures and tell them, you tell me when you're ready and we'll put a date on here. Or put a date on it and put some pressure on them to do it right and do it the right way with you. That is business loyalty. Friendship loyalty, whole different situation. That's a whole different thing. And friends are more, I would say, loyal than business transactions. Because in business, only thing that people think about is the bottom dollar. Focus on the bottom dollar, but focuses on the service. We do that. We focus on the service. And if the rest of the industry did so as well, we would have a lot less problems. That's my final thought of the day. Put ink to paper. It's business. Make it happen. You guys take care, and I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.